Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. We got some PC Modern Warfare 3 beta gameplay for you here on Hi-Rise. It's going to be a rather quick game because this game's fast-paced, man. It goes by fast. I got to commend Sledgehammer for the gameplay pacing. This feels good. But I'm bringing you some PC gameplay. I actually didn't get to play a lot of the PlayStation beta because, A, the controller sucks. I know people want to hate on me for that, but if you Google PlayStation 5 controller is uncomfortable or hurts my hands, you're gonna find literally thousands of comments and thousands of threads and stuff like that on Reddit about it. But B, I spilled coffee in my PC and I had to give everything inside of it an alcohol bath several times over, while also giving myself an alcohol bath, if you know what I mean, from the stress. So I'm playing on PC with the Xbox Elite controller like God intended. I'm still getting used to the controls overall. I haven't played Call of Duty in about a year because Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 gave me AIDS. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, playing some PC, just getting used to things. I'm not on my main account, and I don't want to misrepresent this game because of that. And I really want to talk about that in depth in this video because for all intents and purposes, right now, at this moment in time, I can say without any hesitation, I have about 10 multiplayer matches played on this new account or whatever because I didn't want to unlink my main account from my Xbox. And also, I don't really know how, and also it seems quite complicated and glitchy. So I just don't want to deal with it. Made a new account for PC and PlayStation and whatnot. Anyway, as I was saying, without a shadow of a doubt, I can safely say right now, core gameplay wise, how this game plays, how this game feels, from what I've seen so far, this legitimately, no ifs, ands, or buts, I don't think it can even be debated. I really don't think it can be debated. This is the best Call of Duty in beta form right now. This is the best Call of Duty in the past 5 years, straight up. Since Modern Warfare 2019 shit the bed, and then every single Call of Duty after kept shitting the bed, this is the best one of this new era. Bar none. There's no question. And don't get me wrong, I am just as surprised as you are. I was expecting Vanguard 2.0. I thought I was going to have to get a restraining order on myself for Sledgehammer Games safety. That's a joke, but man, I'm shocked. I even have to commend Sledgehammer for being very open and communicating and fixing things very quickly via Twitter. They're very just, I don't know, they're open. They're communicating with the community like they should. Whether that keeps going into the full release remains to be seen. So far, so good. However, I don't want to misrepresent this game because I realize, I know how the system works. I realize I'm on a new account. 10 matches in here, I'm getting better competition, but they're not all-stars, you know? If I played on my main account, I will be honest with you, I would probably hate it because this shit's been tracking me since I decided to try hard in Black Ops Cold War. In Black Ops Cold War, I wanted to prove some people wrong that no, I'm not hating on skill-based matchmaking because I'm bad. I'll go in and get top 2% stats, top 1% stats all damn day. I'll do it. It might take me a bit, but I'll find a way. That's what people don't really realize, I think. It'll take your past Call of Duty stats and past Call of Duties, whether it played the same or not, and put you in that same bracket where you're in laggy lobbies against team moderate to severe acne. They don't care. They'll put Billy Goat 57 on your team thinking you're a god if you got a top 2% KD or something, or a top 5% score per minute or whatever. And it's not fair. And I do not want to misrepresent this game and tell you it's good because core gameplay wise, if you take out the shady systems in the store and you just have pure multiplayer gameplay, this is good. And I can't lie about that. Cannot lie about that. And I don't say that often. But there is a big just stain on this whole thing. And it's a dark stain, and we are going to get into that after a brief word from this video's sponsor. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss what I have to say because it is very important for your wallet, I'll just say. Today's video is sponsored by my favorite health product, AG1. I have been taking AG1 for several months now, once in the morning, and I've been actually throwing it in before my workouts to make sure my body is running at full efficiency. So October, man, I can't help myself. There's so much candy around. I ate quite a bit just last week, actually. And my stomach wasn't feeling that great. AG1 is a probiotic as well as a multivitamin, so you get the best of both worlds. Maybe if you fall off the wagon a little bit, maybe if you eat some really bad food, maybe if your stomach's upset, maybe if you're just not eating very healthy and you're lacking the nutrition you may need, AG1 has got you covered, guys. You gotta get some AG1. It is essential, and with a very light vanilla flavor, it tastes fantastic too. So guys, go to drinkag1.com/Codfather for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 travel packs free with your first purchase. All right, guys, welcome back to the video here. Man, if you guys are new to the channel, maybe you found this video via the algorithm or the search or something like that, and you don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, there are people out there that are ignorant to the fact that it's even in the game. It's also called engagement-optimized matchmaking, and Nero talked about this in a 20-minute video just recently. I watched the whole thing because it did not mirror my experience because I'm playing on a new account, and I realized it's something he said in that video resonated with me. He said that he's playing a different game. If you're bad at this game, if you're bad at Call of Duty, and I mean bad, like if you're a, old dad in front of a 65-inch TV that just wants to chug some beers and go 5 and 10 or something like that, you're gonna love this game. Like, you're gonna love it because you're playing a different game. You're protected, If you are good at the game, you're not gonna like it. Now, here's my question. I'm gonna use a real-life kind of situation here, all right? I'm sure some of you guys work out in the comment section, or girls. I don't want to be sexist, but I'm sure some of you guys or girls work out, right? Maybe you don't, but some of you, I'm sure you do. And if you don't work out, I'm sure you know the basics of it. You go to the gym, you put in the time, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you get stronger, you look better, etc., etc. Now imagine if somebody else comes to the gym, they lift 1 weight per week, they eat Rice Krispies and bong resin. That's their entire diet. And they proceed to sit on the couch the rest of the time and just like ingest hentai, until their eyes bleed. And they get the same benefits as you, who's going to the gym, working out 5 days a week, eating clean. You're gonna look the exact same in the mirror. Is that fair? Now, you could say, like, genetics play a part in it in real life, and that is true, but only to a point. Only to a point. That is the problem with skill-based matchmaking. Except it's even worse in a lot of ways, because with skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, it's kept a secret. If I didn't talk about it, if people didn't talk about it, if they stopped talking about it, the devs have never even acknowledged it. There's something in their contract where they can't. It's complete shady bullshit. And it's a way mainly to sell bundles. A lot of people are thinking it's there to protect bad players. Man, players don't need protection. This is not like real war here. Nobody protected anybody back in Modern Warfare 3, the OG, and we all turned out fine. If you wanted to protect yourself, you got better at the game. That was it. Now, if you get better at the game, you're the one that needs protection from the fact that you're going to get in the lobbies with way more ping, way higher ping than bad players. And it's always been like that. It's predatory. Again, a lot of people think it's there to protect bad players. It's there to sell you bundles. The whole system is there to keep you playing. It's not there to keep you playing just because the gameplay is good and it's addicting. It's there to keep you playing because it wants your money. It's what it is. And not only that, but it gets worse here. It gets worse. So after this gameplay, I'm going to actually put in some Dead by Daylight here, because Dead by Daylight, this game has skill-based matchmaking. Dead by Daylight does. When I first played Dead by Daylight back in like April, May or whatever, I was very worried about this because I don't want another Call of Duty situation. But Dead by Daylight isn't like that. There's way less tiers of skill-based matchmaking, and also it will just put you into good connections first and foremost, like good connection lobbies first and foremost. So there's never an issue where it's sacrificing your connection to match you with people that are mirror images of you. In my case, much less handsome mirror images of me. That's not a thing. That's not a thing that Dead by Daylight does. Dead by Daylight does have it, that system in play, and I think it's fine. In fact, a lot of the time I forget it's there. And that's the kind of system you want. Sometimes I'll face people as killer, I'll just decimate them. Yeah, sometimes I'll be survivor and we'll blow through gens because the huntress is playing like drunk or something. You know, she's throwing hatchets at the moon, hitting Joe Secot's doors, two multiplayer maps over. Like, that's fine. I do not mind it. In Call of Duty, it's so ridiculous that if I played, let's say, 30 more matches on this account in the beta, and I just do similar to what I just did in that match, 30 and 10, not that insane, you know? But if I just do that, I am going to be put literally with like scump. I'm not kidding. It will just think I am a god. It does not want you winning too much. It will stick you in lobbies where you're just destined to lose. It's rigged. The game literally wants to keep you roughly at a 1 win-loss. That's it. That's its main goal. Like, it wants everybody equal, and it's not fair. If Call of Duty had a Dead by Daylight system, a more Dead by Daylight system, or if it just gave you something for being better, some sort of reward or whatever. There's no visible rank to speak of. They have ranked mode and they have casual, but it's the same thing. Why play ranked? Why bother? Playing ranked is just like playing the game with half the stuff unlocked. Why bother? Who cares? You know, you get like a little rank, and I'm sure that's good for maybe a month or whatever, but the ranked modes in Call of Duty are never really popular, and there's a reason, because casual's ranked. What is the point? I don't understand, like, why they keep doing it, but even though the gameplay's good in the Modern Warfare 3 beta right now, I understand that it's my perspective's skewed. I've seen this a ton, but there's been a lot of people that, if it doesn't affect them, it doesn't exist, which is the dumbest, most egotistical thing I've ever seen. When I did that podcast with Hutch, that was like the entire debate. Go back and watch it if you want to laugh, because it's like, I've never experienced that, so, you know, it's not really a factor. Like, no, it doesn't matter, man. Like, I'm fine in America. You know, I have a good paying YouTube career. My house is paid off. My car is paid off. My dog's well fed. It doesn't mean that world hunger is not a thing, right? World hunger is a thing. Other people are out there suffering. There's a lot of problems in the world that don't just exist in my little box, you know, like my little bubble. And if you don't understand that, if the devs don't understand that, if the players don't understand that, we're never going to get actual change. Activision is going to nickel and dime and cause so many issues with this game, despite it being good, that it's going to be bad. That is my prediction. That's assuming Sledgehammer keeps this up, what they're doing. Keeps this up, keeps the game running like a well-tuned engine. That's assuming that. If they can do that, that will alleviate some of the pain. But the fact of the matter is, Activision is going to ruin the game with their shady behind-the-scenes practices. Straight up. If you don't believe me, look at Exhibit A here. Yeah, the Doom shotgun. Doom collab looks pretty cool. I admit, I thought the skin looked cool. And it's ruining Warzone. It's probably ruining multiplayer as well. I haven't checked, but like, it's just, you know, they will sell, like Bobby Kotick would literally sell his mother's body parts in the grave to make a buck. You know, if you offer him enough money, he will sell his dead relatives, I'm sure. That is the problem. We cannot have these predatory practices. It doesn't end at Call of Duty either. There's a lot of other games doing it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, I've been very critical about that game. I know it's not that popular, but I was looking forward to it. It comes out, and it sucks ass. I saw people defending it. They're just like salty ex-DVD players that sucked at DVD, I guess. I don't know. But the game really sucked from the start. And the game still... it still has tons of problems, and they're releasing like these $10, $15 DLCs while false advertising the game. Like, if you bought the game on PC, they false advertise it. You can't crossplay. You're stuck playing with cheaters. A disaster of a release. The devs should be ashamed of that. The devs should be ashamed at every turn with that game. And I don't know, man. It doesn't end at Call of Duty and Activision or whatever, but this game will be the worst for it. This gear system, while cool and innovative, and I actually like it, I applaud Sledgehammer for it. It's to sell you Yeezys that give you a competitive advantage. It's to sell you Converse sneakers that give you a competitive advantage. They're going to brand deal the hell out of every piece of clothing and gear and things like that. And they will, I guarantee you, they will give tons and tons of pay-to-win stuff as well. Guys, that's really all I have to say. But be warned here, I am praising the game, but like, this is the kind of gameplay that, I mean, if you really want to think about it, we already kind of had this in Cold War. The kill streak system, score streak system wasn't as good, but we already kind of had this in Cold War. I do think this game plays better than Cold War. I think it's smoother, But we also had this in Black Ops 4. And I think people forget that. I think Black Ops 4 was the last good Call of Duty. And let's not forget either that Modern Warfare Roman numeral 3 will not have classic prestige mode. I don't think. I haven't heard anything about it. Like, there's still things missing that... Like, we're happy that they brought back map voting. It should have never left. Who the hell complained about map voting? We still have disbanding lobbies, you know? We still have all these systems that are going to ruin the experience. Mark my words. While I am praising the game, make no mistake, I am not recommending it. Please, if you trust me, if you value my opinion, wait until at least a week out for when Modern Warfare 3 comes out. I'll give like a first impressions, I'll give a second impressions, and then that will be the green light. The second impressions will be the green light or the red light to purchase the game. Just be patient. If you trust me, be patient. Don't get emotional. You know, don't be like one of these guys on Twitter. Call of Duty's back. Charlie Intel's like praising the game, but he's been banned from like, not banned, but he doesn't get invited to events because he's too critical. You know, like it's just ridiculous. The entire company's still shady. Let's not forget what they did this past year. You know, it's just be patient. All right, be patient. I'm gonna keep playing the beta. I'll give more thoughts as I play more. I really haven't given it like a lot of time, admittedly. I've been quite busy in the real world, but I'll be back with more beta gameplay, more beta impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Peace out.
Here's some parting advice.